Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Raven's Escape Crafts. I'm Sue, the host. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Sorry, brain fart. Oh my. First off, I'm not restarting though because this is my second try at this. I did wrong the first time. So, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing good. I'm doing as well as can be expected, with all my stuff going on. But I'm doing okay. Working on some stuff, as you can see. Working on some hats, some witch hats. I finished this one yesterday. I'm going to be taking pictures of it today, hopefully, and then posting it on my Etsy. So since you want one, grab it. I'm working on a second one right now. This is the Caron Smash Cakes that I showed you before, and I think this makes a really cool witch hat. It's actually like a little bit thicker than the other yarn I was using, so it like holds its shape really well. I mean, like, you can really mold it and make it do all sorts of stuff, but it really holds. It's like it's straight, and even the brim is holding really nice. You know what I mean? I love it, and I think it's kind of neat with the little bit of white in it. It like gives a little bit of different witch hat vibes, which of course, love me some Halloween witch vibes. So I love Halloween vibes all year round. So yeah, I love witch vibes all year round and Halloween vibes all year round. So, but how's everybody doing? What everybody do over the weekend? Let me know in the comments. How was your weekend? It's getting cool here. We had kind of a rainy weekend, which was okay. I can't go anywhere anyway. So, I'm loving the cool weather. Absolutely loving it. Enjoying it tremendously. I do not love the summer and the heat. I know a lot of people do, but that's not me. Even as a kid, didn't love the heat. Used to not be able to sleep all summer because of the heat. Because I didn't have air conditioning in my room when I was younger. So, I was never a hot weather kid or a hot weather person. And now, of course, in perimenopause. Now, so I am much enjoying the cooler weather. I'm enjoying wrapping up in my blankies and sweaters. And as you can see, I still have a tank top on, even though it's like 60 degrees outside. So, I'm always hot. I'm always warm. So, yeah. So how's everybody doing? I'm getting ready for trick or treat. We're so late putting decorations out this year because I can't really help, which sucks, but it is what it is. Next year will be better. My husband is doing like a whole spider theme this year, which is, we've been doing zombies okay, so we did zombies for a couple of years, and then last year we had to run to Home Depot right before, it was like a week or two before Halloween, and I think it was like a week before Halloween, and we had to run for something else. I forget what it was, something we needed for outside, and we ran over to Home Depot and spray paint. We needed spray paint for something. Okay, yeah, we ran in for 2 cans of spray paint. Came home with a whole bunch of Halloween decorations because they were actually tearing down the Halloween decoration display and had everything on like clearance. Yeah, and all the floor models, the guys like make me an offer. Because they were like putting them over, like, so they had the whole big Halloween display and they were tearing it down and putting it in like a corner to put everything on clearance. So the store manager's like, make me an offer if I don't have to move it. So we're like, well, okay. I mean, that works. So we came home with a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. We came home with a bunch of animatronics and things at a 70 to 80% off. So we could not pass it up. So then last year we had a few animatronics and different stuff like that. And then So we switched it up a little bit. But this year we're actually going to, like, we're doing a whole, like, spider theme and stuff like that. Not that we're not putting all of our other decorations up. But my husband bought a big spider web, and we have some spider inflatables and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's fun. Super fun. So we're going to be doing that this year. And, of course, I'm hoping I can get out front to do trick-or-treat, because I do love trick-or-treat. Oh, my God. I love trick-or-treat so much. Yeah, I do. I really do. So, I know I'm supposed to be talking about yarn and stuff like that. Let's talk a little bit yarn and stuff like that. So, I did make more of my gray witch hats, my gray tweed, because I completely sold out of them. They flew off the shelves. So, I made 3 more of those, and then I made I had gray tweed, and then I made just a plain gray hat. So I put them up on my Etsy. I'm selling those. And now this one, I really like this one so much. Like I said, this one's I really like how they're like very, like the other ones are a little floppy. Like they hold their shape, don't get me wrong. But these really hold their shape. Like these are really, the yarn's thicker, and I'm using the 5mm. So they're really holding their shape well. I'm really impressed with how they're holding their shape. I need to work on some more because I've been selling some stuff. And of course, now I got to start getting more and more into, as closer we get, I need to get more and more into the Christmas stuff. I do have a lot of Christmas stuff up on my shop. If anybody's interested, and not just crochet, I sell soaps. I have all kind of Christmas soaps, and I have wax melts, and what else do I have? And I have like sugar scrubs. I have sugar scrub cubes. I do face scrubbies, washcloths. There's a lot of stuff you could do to like make a Christmas presents for people and stuff like that. So if there's anything you guys are interested in, just saying. I do pot scrubbers, pens. I do the silicone bead pens and stuff like that. I have a bunch of those up there. I have some keychains and things. So, if anybody's interested, I do all that kind of stuff. And I do have, like I said, I do have a lot of Christmas stuff up there. I have Christmas soaps. I have Christmas scented sugar scrubs. I actually have Thanksgiving soaps too. I have pumpkin pie soaps. I have little pumpkin cheesecake soaps. Those are adorbs. Blueberry pie soap. Oh no, I don't have those anymore. But I do have pumpkin pie soaps, pumpkin cheesecake soaps. I have all kinds of different pumpkin spice scented things. And for Thanksgiving, I do have Thanksgiving and fall washcloths. What else do I have? I have like fall. I have like oranges and browns and yellows. And some that are the washcloths and stuff like that in autumn colors, if that's something you're into. But I have tons of Christmas. I'm putting a whole bunch. I have to sit and take pictures of them. I have like a ton of Christmas kitchen sets, which is going to be like a crocheted dish towel with 2 washcloths, and then a lot of them are going to have either a scrubby washcloth or a dish scrubber with them. So I have to take pictures of those. It's just hard. Like I said, when you can't move around the house and like your feet hurt all the time and you can't really stand and it's so hard to take pictures of things. You know what I mean? You want to like get up and do it, and you can like see them, and you can't go do it. It's so frustrating. But I'm working on it. Like I said, trying to keep a good attitude, trying to get better. Overdoing it doesn't help me at all. So, so I'm working on some more witch hats right now. I'm going to probably work on them for the rest of the week. I have a couple more to finish, and then we'll move on to other stuff. I was thinking of doing a video one of these days of, like, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and things for crochet and for knitting and things like that. Now, knitting is not, I'll be quite honest. I mean, I can knit basics. you know, I can knit you a washcloth. I can knit you a hat. I could do, you know, I have never tried any kind of, I've knitted entire blankets, which is, ugh, that's a labor of love. That takes forever. Did I do too? I have to say, the only problem I have with this is it's hard if you forget where you're at to see in the black. I don't have trouble crocheting with black. I just have trouble seeing what I did. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Oh my goodness. So what I was saying was, I completely lost what I was saying. I know what I was going to say and I don't remember it. That's all right. Moving on. I'm sure it'll come to me later. Yeah, so I had to take pictures of the Christmas stuff, and we'll go back. We'll circle back. I have to take pictures of Christmas things, but to get on there. But I do have a lot on there already. I have a lot of Christmas washcloths and soaps and things like that. And I have a couple of more hats I need to take pictures of before. Oh, I know what I was saying. So, so I have I'm on a lot of Facebook groups for crochet and stuff like that and knitting. And I was saying I was not a good knitter, which I'm not. So I don't generally, unless it's somebody having like very, very basic questions on knitting, I don't even try to help them out. I've never done anything like a cable or try to do any more wearables harder than a scarf or a hat. I have not. I have not. I don't love knitting as much as I love crocheting, so I don't do it as much, and I don't feel as confident with it as I do with crochet. But I see a lot of questions, the same questions on my Facebook groups that I'm in for crochet. People asking the same questions. Is there anybody that watches my channel that'd be interested in me doing some tips and tricks for like crochet, things that like I see common mistakes or common questions that I could answer? Because I do try to jump in and help people when I can, but I see a lot of people asking the same question, like why, like especially for beginners, like why their project's getting like wider, which is common. I mean, you know, when I first started crocheting, the first scarf I made was so ugly. It was like on the side because I was adding stitches, I was subtracting stitches. It was a hot mess. Oh my gosh, you should have seen it. It was so ugly. I got rid of it finally a couple of years ago because it was so ugly, and I kept it to remind myself how far I had come, and I just got to a point where I'm like, I've come so far. I don't want to be reminded as to where I started. So, and can we talk about my gray hair and my witch hat and my teeth that are still messed up from being in the hospital and all that medication and the stuff? I look full on little witchy vibe. I am like full on old lady witch at this point. Full on. The bags under my eyes, the wrinkles. I am just full on old lady witch vibes. Full on. Yeah, because like I watch a lot of YouTube and like there's a ton of tutorials for new crocheters. And I am not the best teacher in the whole wide world. I know that. Know your limits, stuff like that. I am not the best teacher of crochet in the whole wide world. I've taught a few people, and I don't have the patience. Okay, let's put it that way. Like when they get frustrated, I'm just like, stop getting frustrated and listen to what I'm saying. I am not a teacher. I can admit it. I understand it. I know it. Okay, so I'm like, as far as tutorials go, like, and again, I don't really write down patterns and stuff like that. So a a lot of my creations are just my creations. So, like, I don't know that I could do a tutorial for it, but I guess I should try at some point. But I am good at, like, helping people, like, fix things. I'm a fixer, okay? I'm not like I start from scratch, or I'm a fixer. So I was considering helping, like, doing some videos like that. Like, what if I'm, is anybody interested in that? Because I think I'm going to start doing a couple like that to, maybe I'm just hoping I could help somebody. Like I said, I try to help a lot of people in, like, the Facebook groups I'm in. Like, oh, this is what you're doing wrong, or this is how to do this, or this is, it's like, it's okay, this happens, So I was thinking of doing something like that for a couple videos, and hope, maybe some people are interested in that. Because I do, like I said, I do like helping people out, but I'm probably not going to do much. Like, I watch so many, like, good people. Like, I watch Juan the Yarn Addict. Even I watch Greg's Loops. I watch Cinnamon Stitches. She does amazing tutorials. Fiber Spider does amazing tutorials and stuff like that. And I love watching their tutorials. I just don't know that I am, like, equipped to do tutorials like that. They are so good at it. And like I said, I know my limit. I'm not the best teacher. You know what I mean? I'm not the best teacher in the whole wide world. So, but I am a good fixer. I'm a good, like, okay, you have a problem, let me come in and help you out with it. So, and that's something else I wanted to talk about. I was watching Russ the other day from his Raining Yarn. If you guys don't follow him, like, I love him. And he had, and Matt the Rocket Crocheter was on there and was on with him. And he had one of his members started her own YouTube channel, and she was saying how nervous she is about it and stuff like that. And he was being, like, really encouraging. Like, he primarily does lives. He used to do some videos, but mostly he does lives at midnight. Right now it's only Monday through Friday, or yeah, I think he does a Friday. And he hasn't been on every night because he has, he's been working a lot of overtime, but it's called the Midnight Yarn Crew, and he comes on at midnight and he records, or he does lives. And so, like I said, follow Russ if you haven't followed him. He's, like, fun and stuff. But he was trying to get one of his members to come up on a live, because she was saying she just started her channel and it's hard. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I don't think I've touched on that on my channel. For anybody out there who would like to try doing a channel and is not entirely comfortable with it, or is nervous about it, or says, I could never do that, but if you want to, and again, if you don't want to, you know what I mean? Don't let people pressure you into wanting to, because you really do have to want to put yourself out there, and you have to know that people are going to judge you, and people are going to make nasty comments, and it's fine. I mean, I whatever. But if it's something you want to do and something you're nervous about doing, he was saying, like, you just have to do it. And I have to agree, because, like, I want to tell you guys my story real quick about YouTube. So I never, like, obviously I am not a supermodel in any way, shape, or form. I am a 48-year-old woman who looks every bit of 48 and probably plus some. I have never been skinny. I have never been gorgeous. I have never had great skin. I've never had the perfect nose. Never had perfect teeth, despite having braces. I've just never been particularly, I started going gray at 18. I've been coloring my hair. So I was, I could tell you every flaw that I have. So anything that somebody brings up, whatever, I know it. Trust me. However, so what happened was, over COVID, I worked for my kids' elementary school. And of course I worked in the cafeteria watching kids, and well, obviously I couldn't do that because kids were at home. So they obviously, a lot of people were not super technologically inclined, and that was the problem. So I, fortunately, I guess, had worked for 17 years at a car dealership, and part of what I did there was I was for a number of years, and I don't know how I ever got stuck with this, but I was the IT person until we got big and like technology started taking over everything. And then it was above my pay grade, big time. But for years and years and years, I was the only IT person. And even after we got IT people, I was sort of the fixer troubleshooter when they weren't there. Like, because we didn't have anybody on site. We had somebody like that would come in. So, you know, I was still the person that like helped out when they weren't there. So I'm not saying, in no way am I like spectac with technology, but I was comfortable with technology, okay? So when this came about, you know, they needed people to help out with technology stuff. And one of the things they needed was morning announcements. Nobody knew how to do it. I said, well, I know how to do it. I can shoot videos. I can do the morning announcements. You can play them. I'll record them, put them on YouTube. The teachers can play them in the morning after they do attendance. So I started recording this. Now, I wasn't necessarily nervous in front of the camera. I was more, I wasn't comfortable. That's what I want to say. It would take me so many takes to record anything. I mean, like, I would be like, you know, part of it was like, good morning. And then I'd be like, oh God, stop. And then it would take me 10 takes to do like part of the thing. And then of course I'd look back at it and, oh God. And I would be so hard on myself. But, you know, it's funny because what happened, though, was the more I did it, the more I recorded, the more I watched myself, the more comfortable I became in front of the camera, the more I didn't care, you know what I mean? The more I accepted myself. And I will forever be grateful for COVID for that, you know, where... You know, I would look at these videos and be like, oh my God, I need to put more makeup on because look at these bags under my eyes. Like, oh my God, I don't want people to see that. And then like, I try to do like, you know, I need to put some kind of colors in my face, or like, I need to wear more lipstick, or I need to try to contour my nose because it looks so big. And at some point I just like, screw it. I mean, like I still put like some lipstick on or whatever to look a little bit nice. And that's, but I kept accepting myself more and more. I'm like, you know what? I am who I am. This is me. Like, trying to change it is not me. You know what I mean? And I may not be the most beautiful person in the whole wide world. I may not be a freaking supermodel, but this is who I am. And I accept that. And I started loving myself more. I started accepting, you know, it doesn't do me any good to be concerned about, like, this is the shape of my face and this is the way it's gonna look, and these are my eyes. They're not like super wide and, you know, super gorgeous like some people. They are what they are. They're these hazel beauties that I have, and this is my face and this is my personality and this is the way, you know, I look. And there's a few things that I can change about things. Like I said, I can put a little makeup on or a little lipstick, or you know what I mean? I can lose a couple pounds or whatever, but there's a lot that's just, this is who I am. This is my personality. This is, you know, this is how I look. And there's, you know, and I started to love myself more, and I started to accept myself more. And I found myself like, you know, like so many people looking in the mirror, I would forever, I would look in the mirror and I think, ugh, you know, a lot of times like, ugh, I'm this, I'm that. And I stopped doing that, you know. And I will forever be grateful for COVID for that, because I really did. I stopped looking in the mirror and thinking, ugh. I started looking in the mirror and thinking like, there she is. There she is. You know? I stopped worrying about coloring my hair so much. I stopped worrying about what people thought, you know? Because, like, I've gotten comments for years. I mean, you know, Lord knows, I've gotten, you know, a lot of comments from people. You know, in fact, I even have had experiences where I was in a women's restroom and someone accused me of being a man in there, you know, more than once. Because I'm not a little woman, I guess. I mean, I don't know. And I've been called just about anything you can think of. And I stopped caring about that. I mean, not to say that it doesn't bother me at all, because it does. It does. But there's nothing I can do about what they think about me. And there's nothing I can do with a lot of how I look. So I just started to accept me. This is me. And so you may not have the same experience as I do. I just wanted to say that that is something that I experienced. And now I don't mind talking on camera. I don't even bother putting makeup on anymore. This is me. This is me. If you like me, you like me. If not, well, then you don't need to watch my channel, really. I mean, there's millions of other creators out there. Go find one you enjoy. I do appreciate everybody that has been following and watching my videos. I love doing this. You guys are like the best. And of course, like I said, I'm stuck here all the time. And most of the time I'm by myself. So I have people to talk to now. Yay. And I enjoy sharing my creations and talking about my life and my stories and stuff like that with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it too. I said I'd love to get more comments and stuff. Like, let me know what you guys would like to talk about or like to hear or like to see. I mean, I can show you guys other stuff from my crocheting if that's what you want. Like I said, I'd like to do some tips and tricks. Maybe include that like as a segment on my episodes. Is that something anybody be interested in? Talk about, I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any comments or anything or you'd like to see, hear, do. I'm open as long as it doesn't involve walking around at this point. So, I don't know. I'm going to keep working on my witch hats. Hopefully I'll have more to show you guys soon. We'll be able to do another video shortly. Like I said, I'm not going to try to do one every day. It's just too much. And like I said, I have stuff I'm trying to get stuff done, and I've been trying to work on my Etsy shop, and not that I'm making excuses, but I'm trying to make things and do stuff, and it became a little bit much trying to do a video every day. As much as I enjoy making the videos, it just became a lot to do and edit, and every single day to do one. So I don't know, for now I'm just gonna try to do like 2 a week, and I enjoy talking to you guys and seeing you guys and stuff like that, and not, like I said, and not every day with the feed and stuff like that. Not every day is a spectacular day. Like over the weekend, the one night I barely slept. I don't know, I just had my feet were in so much pain. I don't know why. It seems like when it rains, they hurt. I don't understand. Like when the weather's damp and stuff like that, or when it rains outside, I'm in more pain than when it's sunny. I don't know. Maybe it's in my head. Maybe it's just I have no idea. But I love you guys. I love spending time with you guys. Like I said, I'm going to try to make another video this week. We'll go over some other stuff and see where I'm at with the hats and things like that. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great week. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you do something every day that makes you smile. I try to do that. I try to, even when I'm not in a good mood, I try to do something that makes me smile, or something that makes me happy, or something that makes me, just something that makes me feel good. Whether it's watching a video or, reading a book or playing a video game, there's things, sometimes I need a distraction, especially like when I'm in pain. I find like video games help a little bit. I don't play a ton of video games, but, sometimes if you can get into a video game, you kind of forget that you're just sitting here hurting, and I find that if I can distract myself for a little while, sometimes it gets a little bit better. I think it's like when you just sit here and like you have nothing else to do but dwell on it, it makes it worse. Do you know what I mean? It's in your head. I don't want to say it's in your head, but like when you're sitting here just like, ow, 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 I think, it doesn't help. So, do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever you can to have a good day. I love you guys so much. I enjoy talking to you guys. And thank you for watching. Choose love every day. Bye, everybody. I'll see you later.